everybody, welcome to the show. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Raising A to Z. It is a YouTube channel all about homeschooling. My name is Amanda. I am a teacher-turned-homeschool mom. And today I'm talking about how I get ready for back to school. So if you have been following me for a little while, you know that I am a year-round homeschooler. We homeschool our kids all year round, including during the summer. If you want more information on what that is, you can definitely check out the link up here. But we do have like a start date, which I think some people find a little funny. We do have a start date. We have a date where we kind of consider it the first day of the new year, and we make a big deal out of it. And that date is coming up. We start on the first day of school, like the public school kids. We do that for a couple of reasons, mainly because my husband, who is a teacher, ends up going back to school. So that's when his school year starts. So he goes back to school, which means the kids know that like the new school year is starting. The other reason why I like to start on that day is because all the kids are in public school and all of our favorite spaces are vacant. The science center, the museums, the malls, like everything that where the kids are normally all summer long, they're back in school. And so we actually make a big day out of it. And so that is kind of like our first official day of our new year. So that's usually the day when we pull out all of the new curriculum. We have new big plans. That's when I start. Our new annual plan is always in September. That's just what works for us. But I do know a lot of homeschoolers who kind of start like mid-August or kind of late August, very early September. And that's totally great. If that works for your family, do it. Like I said, because my husband is kind of tied to the school system, it just makes sense for us. But you start whenever you're happy to start. For a lot of us, that means that that time when our new school year starts is coming up. And so I wanted to share the 5 things I like to do before my new school year starts. Before I do that, why don't you guys take a minute, go down to the bottom and subscribe, and then go up and click the bell to get notifications when I put out more videos like this, especially if you like this content, because it really helps me know what you guys like and helps me make more content that you guys want. What do I like to do? These are the things I want to do before back to school. So this is kind of like my mom prep, getting me in the right mode and getting things set up so that our school year can start effectively, and it kind of puts me like my best foot forward for the school year, if that makes sense. First thing I do is I do a deep clean of our homeschool space. Now I know everybody has different spaces, whether it is a bookshelf, a rolly cart, a homeschool room that you have dedicated, whatever it is that you have. I'm sure you have somewhere where you keep your homeschool stuff and where your kids keep their spaces and where you do your homeschooling. And I just find it's a great way to start is by giving that whole area a really good clean and a really good deep clean. So we live in a 3-bedroom bungalow and we don't have any play space on our main floor. So what we decided to do a few years back was we combined the kids into one room and we turned the 3rd bedroom into what we call our activity room. So it is basically the kids' play space, but it is also the room that we do 90% of our homeschooling in. Especially most of their like workbook time is in their activity room. And so that is the space that I take some time and really focus on cleaning. And because it is a multi-use space, it does need a good clean. So usually in August, I jump in there and give it a really good once over. It's my time to reorganize things. It's my time to get rid of all the junk, all the broken stuff that they have. I don't know about you, but my kids are a little bit hoarders. They like to keep little scraps of paper and stickers that are no longer sticky, or packages or menus. My kids love to keep like menus from like restaurants and stuff that have like the tic-tac-toe or whatever. And so this is my opportunity to go through and kind of like pitch all that stuff, organize things, change out toys, get things that they're not playing with out of there. It also gives me a chance to kind of like take stock of what we have in terms of like supplies. Do we need more pencils? Do we need more construction paper? Which I do. Do I need more watercolors? No. Okay. So it kind of gives me a chance to kind of take a look at what we have, what we're gonna need for our new school year, and get the things set up and cleaned up and give everything a really good scrub down. because that room gets a once over. We clean it and tidy it all the time, but like in terms of like a deep clean, it happens once a year. So I like to do that kind of just before back to school starts. Most of the time I wait for the kids to not be there because it's just so much easier. So they are going to gymnastics camp in a couple weeks, and that is when that whole room is getting a really good scrub down. Number 2, I want to buy new supplies. So because I've kind of gone through my stuff in my activity room, I know what I need. I did do kind of a look through early this year because the room was an absolute disaster. But I like to pick up my supplies. Right now is going to be the best time to pick up any kind of stationery that you're going to need for the year. Whether it is glue, pencils, pens, paper, markers, notebooks, staplers, anything like that, this is the time to buy it. It is going to be like at least 30% off, if not more, than any other time of the year. And so I go through and I do a huge stockpile, and I pick up everything I'm gonna need for the whole school year, which often means like multiple packs of markers, multiple packs of paper, multiple packs of glue sticks. And then I don't need to worry about it because I know I have it. And I know I'm not gonna run out by Christmas time or by February. Have everything I need, because those prices jump so much. If you want to see what haul I did, I just did a video on my back to school haul. You can find that right here, and I'll show you all the stuff I picked up, and I got a lot of cool stuff. The next thing I want to do when I am getting ready for back to school is I want to plan my first day back. We always make a big deal out of it. I know some people call it back to school or not back to school day, whatever you want to call it. Our first day of our new academic year, we like to make a big deal out of it. We have a whole bunch of traditions that we do, and my kids get really excited. And so that's one of the first things that I've got to plan. And actually I've got to kind of start figuring that out. If you want some ideas on some cool back to school traditions, definitely want to check out the video up here. I'll put links to everything below as well. We have a couple traditions we like to do. Our favorites, my kids love to get all of their school supplies and curriculum in a gift bag on the table when they come out for breakfast. We do a back to school picture, kind of an annual photo, and then we typically head out. Last year, Lexi actually planned the day for us. She's like her mother in that sense. And so she like laid out what she wanted to happen. And so we like took our workbooks and we went to Starbucks, and we sat there and like did our workbooks in Starbucks. And she wanted to go to the used bookstore. And so we went to the used bookstore, and they each got to pick out a book. And then we went to the movie theater and we watched a movie. Because none of the kids were there. They were all at school. So that's kind of like something that's fun that we like to do, doing like a really special fun first day. I don't know what we're gonna do this year because I haven't seen any movies that I think they'll be interested in, so I don't think we'll go to the movie theaters, but they definitely want to do Starbucks. They'll probably want to do the used bookstore again. So yeah, we'll have to see what else we figure out to do on that first day back, but that is something that I actually kind of have to get that going. That's one thing I like to do, is plan my first day back and get it all set up so that I'm not trying to figure it out on the first day. Number 4, I'm starting to look at what I'm gonna do for the fall in terms of groups and activities. So I know homeschooling has the word home in it, but if you talk to most homeschoolers, you will know that we're not home very much. Between classes and co-ops and extracurriculars, we like to get out, we get to do things, and especially with things opening up a lot more this year than even the past year, we're looking at all of our activities, and I'm trying to make decisions about what we want to do, where we want to go, kind of figuring out the right balance of like being out enough but also being home enough, and like what's going to fit into our schedule. And so now is the time when I like to start like researching what our activities are, what the costs are going to be, and figuring out our schedule. This year is going to be a big year for us because this is the first year that we've kind of aged out of a lot of programs. A lot of the stuff that we've done previous years, because Zoe has been so young, she technically was able to stay, and so because she was able to stay, we were able to stay. But now this is the first year where like we've aged out of a lot of our programs. So that means that I'm kind of looking at like what are our options now. And the girls want to change some options. They want to try some new things. We've got some new co-op groups we want to join. So there's a whole bunch of like variables that are up in the air. And so like now is the time to figure out, okay, if they want to join Girl Scouts. Okay, great. What is the cost of Girl Scouts? What is the time requirement of Girl Scouts? Figuring out those kind of things now, and what is feasible, because I don't want to like over schedule us, because that's very easy to do. I I know, amazing homeschoolers overscheduled, but like it's very easy to get out of the house every single day, or to like do so much that you never get a chance to breathe, or to never have a chance to sit down and do any like workbook times or whatever. So I'm definitely taking some time to kind of figure out what works for us, what I think is going to be a good balance for us, and to also give us time to like figure out like what is the cost of things and the time commitment, all of that. So I'm doing that now. I'm figuring it all out now, so that we can like be ready when the fall comes, because a lot of places are already starting to do the registrations. Sometimes you got to kind of get on those things now so we can be ready for September. And the last thing I want to do before I get to my first day is I want to prepare all of my curriculum and all my materials, particularly that first month. So I want to make sure that I have all my curriculum, whatever I know I'm using. I want to make sure that I have it all printed. If I have a unit study, it's all printed off, it's ready to go, it's hole punched, it's in there, the duotangs or the notebooks. I want to make sure that I have all of those things ready to go, so that whatever we pick up on the first day, or whatever our schedule is going to be on that first day, we can just kind of like grab and go. I'm also going to take some time to look through and see if I need any supplies for those first few weeks of classes, because the first few weeks, especially if you've kind of been like us, yes, we homeschool all year, but with dad off, our schedule's a little all over the place. It takes a couple weeks to kind of get back into that like normal routine. And so for us, we just want to like not have to stress about, oh, I don't have a cookie to do this activity, or I don't have the cornstarch to do this science experiment, or I don't have this to do, you know, whatever. Like you don't have the things that you need. It just taking a couple of minutes now to kind of prepare, make that list, pick those things up before the year starts, to kind of help get me through those first few weeks, is going to be a huge, like, just sets you up well, right? I'm also going to make sure that I have all my library books figured out. So I always do like a library book pull for the first day of school. I like to go online and order a whole bunch of library books before school starts. And then, so basically on our first day, all the books for our first unit are up. All of the print pages are printed, all the materials we need are there. Basically, when the first day starts, I'm like good and ready to go. And it gives us options of what we want to like jump into. So if we want to start the first day with our unit study rather than math or spelling, like whatever we want to start with, we can just start right there. And so definitely want to take some time and get all that figured out before that first day of like the new year starts. Those are the 5 things that I'm going to get done before our first day of school. Some of them I've already started, some of them I just need to kind of finalize, and I'm gonna go get working on those things, because like I said, it's coming up fast. So let me know, is there anything you want to do or that you like focus on getting done before the first day of school? Drop a comment down below. And then if you want to see how we're gonna handle our first days of school, you definitely want to make sure you're following us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And I will see you guys all later. Bye.